Breathe better and sleep deeper with the Levoit Classic 160 Top Fill Humidifier. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description to get your Levoit Top Fill Humidifier on Amazon today and enjoy a healthier, more comfortable home. Welcome to the Roger Report, folks. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of Conor Niland, a tennis prodigy who once beat the great Roger Federer as a child, but ultimately found himself struggling to make ends meet on the grueling tennis circuit. Can you believe it? A young Conor Niland pitted against the rising star that would become none other than Roger Federer in one of the biggest tennis stadiums in the world. The Arthur Ashe at the US Open, no less. But what happened next is a story of heartbreak and disappointment. Niland's journeyman career peaked at world number 129, but the harsh reality was far from glamorous. He often found himself playing in front of zero fans, a constant reminder that his sport was taking a toll on him. And let me tell you, folks, it's not just the physical demands of tennis that take their toll, it's the mental grind, too. Niland, who turned pro in 25 and qualified for Wimbledon in 2011, had some impressive moments along the way. He even took on Novak Djokovic at one point. But despite his best efforts, he couldn't shake off the feeling of being an outsider in a sport dominated by a select few. The financial landscape is bleak, folks. The brutal truth is that only those who make it to the top can reap the rewards. And even then, it's often short-lived. Outside the top 100, players like Niland are left to rely on match wins to stay afloat. Can you imagine having to juggle sponsorships, coaching fees, and living expenses all while trying to compete at the highest level? It's no wonder Niland struggled to cope. But what really struck me about Niland's story is his resilience. Despite the odds against him, he continued to push forward, driven by a fierce determination to succeed. And when he finally hung up his racket aged 30 due to an ongoing hip injury, I couldn't help but feel a sense of admiration for this tennis warrior. Fast forward to today, and Niland has found success in the corporate world as Associate Director of Retail and Leisure at Cushman & Wakefield. Who would have thought that the same man who once battled it out on the tennis court would now be trading serves for spreadsheets? It's a reminder that life is full of twists and turns, and sometimes the toughest battles are won in the boardroom rather than on the court. And speaking of which, folks, I've got to give a shout-out to Niland's latest book, The Racket, on tour with Tennis Golden Generation, which has just been crowned the winner of the 2024 William Hill Sports Book of the Year award. Well done, Conor. You're an inspiration to us all. That's it for today's episode of The Roger Report. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the flip side.